I don't think I was affected so much from an artist until Mac Miller passed away. It was devastating. Thinking about it, Mac meant a lot to me because I grew up with him. From Blueside Park to swimming, I followed his feats and successes religiously. It was like having a mentor for 8 years, but it suddenly came to an end. With Mac being in the game for over a decade, he has multiple albums already completed, from full albums to collab albums with Pharrell and Madlib. These projects are placed in a dubbed vault, which leads to my next point. Lil Peep, Prince, Mac Miller, Michael Jackson, and Tupac. I hate to say it, but the list goes on for artists who have passed away suddenly. With all of these artists being so hardworking, their vault is quite extensive. But why can't they just release their vaults? As fans, we deserve to hear all of this, right? The National Public Radio states that there are 3 different types of posthumous albums: Warm to the Touch, The Infinite Vault, and Pop Purity. With the first one being ready to release, death or not, the Infinite Vault being the ones considered as throwaways, or those that were uncompleted, but were possibly planned for future release. Lastly, where they feature not musically, but also through poetic ability, or sound snippets that were quite notable from them. Although many of our artists mention death in a beautiful, poetic manner, none of these artists signed up to die. Their passing was quite sudden. They weren't on their final beds for weeks being able to contemplate where their vaults would be signed to. In many cases, our favorite artists' music are in very good hands. Mac's estate is handled by his lawyer, who is also his close friend. If his lawyer is failed to act as a representative, it is passed down to his brother. But with any estate in passing comes to complication. Peep's beloved mother, owner of his estate, began to pave a new defense for artists who have passed from such overdoses due to pressure. Allegedly, where managers pushed him city to city, thus his extensive exhaustion, and fueled his tour dates with pills. With Lil Peep, Come Over When You're Sober Part 2 came out, which I was highly for, due to many of his close producers and collaborators who knew Peep's vision and made the entire project possible. Tupac's estate had a 5-year battle from unpaid royalties worth 6 figures with Entertainment One, who wanted a piece of Pac's life. Once again, Pac's estate was owned by his mother. In her unfortunate passing in 2016, his friends and family continued the legal battle to win in 2018, which we will see another 2 or 3 Tupac albums within the near future. It's easy to put down record labels for actions that they have been accused for within the past. But Whitney Houston's demos were completely destroyed by her manager, as her representative thought it would ruin her legacy, which I personally find is highly notable due to the lack of greed within the decision. Going back to Prince, the king of vaults, although I do think that Mac and Peep will prosper through their posthumous albums, there is no greater legend than Prince. Considering that Malcolm has an extensive vault past our imagination, and Peep releasing 2 posthumous albums with only a few years in the game, Prince really took the term vault past our imaginations, with a literal vault filled with enough music to release an album each year for the next century. When a family member passes, estates can ruin some relationships over a certain home or property. We could not even fathom the work and stress that goes through Lil Peep, Prince, Mac Miller, Michael Jackson, and Tupac's family. But luckily, legal battles tend to be in the family's favor. There's nobody that knows better than those who grew up with these people and gave birth to them. We can all say all we want about unreleased music being ethical or unethical, but our understanding is only a fraction of their loved ones. If I were to go as far as saying what should be released, producers, writers, and features should always be those who held a special place in their heart, or instances where their families know that they'd take that collaboration in a heartbeat. So our role in all of this is just to sit tight, because at the end of the day, mothers do know best. Whether it's Peep's new album being released last week to Prince's century worth of music, we will continue to support their families and thrive their legacy within this earth. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please drop a like down below and hit that subscribe button. And until next time, guys.